All right, Shalom. All right, Shalom. I'm going to give all praise unto Yahawah, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Makar Kwadash. And I give double honors to the apostle elders, which are the apostle elders that rule the great millstone, to you hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth, that's pushing this truth with all sincerity, honesty, and faith with the last times. We're in the time of the end. We're coming to the time of great redemption, and double honors to our apostle elders that have been set up and pushing this truth and keeping faith in this thing, man. All right, this is the brother Kwala from GMS Missouri camp. This is just sort of a lesson I've been hearing. I've heard the apostles, mention it, but it's been one of those things that's been stewing in my mind. Men's goings of the Lord anyway. So it was a beautiful thing that this came to mind. And in the title, you can already see it says Yahawah is the great puppet master. All right, because everything that you see going on right now in these last days are set up by the power of Yahawah Bashim Yahushua, man. It's not by our own will, form, fashion, none of that. Everything's by Yahawah Bashim Yahushua's will, man. Okay, that's why I always go back to the time of Nebuchadnezzar. When Nebuchadnezzar was shown that statue, that was to show the power of the Lord, that he was able to control not just people but whole kingdoms, to go war with this kingdom, conquer this kingdom. That's power, man. So that's what you gotta realize, man. Hey, Yahawah Bashim Yahushai is the great puppet master, and we're in the time of seeing the greatest show, the greatest combination, the gathering of everything being put together for the setting up to the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay, all right. So I just wanted to go through different scriptures and different precepts. Some brothers know some of these precepts, but I just wanted to go through and just try to speak on some of them, man. And shalom to the Akim that's on, man. Hey, I know it's a little late, but hey, we're gonna get it in when we can. The first scripture I have is Proverbs 21:1. Salakia. This is Proverbs 20:21 in verse 1. And it says, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. So all these Trump, he's set up, man. Trump set up. He's set up and is all he's doing is playing the role that he's been given, which is to be the cataclysm or the guy that's gonna to get into that third world war. Bottom line, that's it. Okay, he's a king. He's a king in these days. You can try to knock the dude whatever but he's a king in these days because he's set up. And it says, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. As the rivers of waters, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Is that not a puppet master? When you see a puppet master, they have a puppet on a string, and they move the string, and it makes the puppet move in certain type of ways, man. That's how these people on the planet Earth, even us, even me, even you, even the brothers that's around the world, we're all puppets on the string, man, which is a righteous string, because we're dealing with the puppet master, which is we can't figure him, man. We're not in the right mentality to figure. Just like Paul said, he's seen things in the third heavens that are unlawful for men to utter. That's the same thing with the Lord, man. It's unlawful. You can't even fathom the Most High, man. You can't fathom him. He says before there was men's voices, he was, man. Okay? That's what you got to understand. We're dealing with a power, and he's getting ready to reveal that to us, man. You hopeful elect, not the world. The world ain't gonna realize what we getting ready to receive, man. This is a personal thing that's getting ready to happen. The Lord's got to perfect us and make us perfect. What did he tell Moses? He said, you cannot see my face look at him and you just give the ghost up. You'll just die, man. That's power, bro. That's real life power. That's what you got to he told Moses, which was Moses, we already know as David. He said, if you look at me, you will die, man. I'll let you see my hand. He got to perfect us, man. He can't have that filthiness around. And it says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, and as a river turneth, as it says, as rivers of waters, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. So he's the one that's in our minds. That scripture where it says he sealeth in instruction when we're asleep. He directs us, man. And that's a beautiful thing, because if it was up to this flesh, we'd be doing all types of bullshit, which is not expedient for this truth, man. The men that's in this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you're being moved by the Lord, whithersoever you know it or not. That's why you got to let go. It's called trust fall. Once you trust fall, that means you got to let go of all what you thought about in this fall, man. That's what we're falling into the hands of Yahawah Shem Yahushua, man. And he takes us where he wants us to go. You might think, what am I doing here? But you're there for a certain purpose and a certain reason, because it's all in the mind and power of Yahawah Shem Yahushua. So who are you to say anything, man? You know? The brothers that know this truth, you better be happy you ain't a 2/3 nigga rolling blunts, man. That's all you got to be thankful for. You know, you could be out there eating shrimp and lobster like the rest of Israel, man. All right, and it says to do justice and judgment verse 3. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. So that's why Yahawah came on that cross and bared the burden of sacrifice. He made sacrifice null and void, because he made everything right with his blood. The Lord now takes pleasure in what? Justice and judgment, man, which is being given unto us through Yahawah, because he's the ultimate judge. So we're receiving these acts and the ability to do what we're able to do. He says, I've made you a nation of kings and priests. So we're getting into the stead of what we should be. We should be rulers, man. All right, under Yahawah Shem Yahushua's laws. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, that's it on that. Let's jump to Jeremiah 10 and 23. Turn with me, please. That's what I say, man. Hey, always turn, man. Always get these precepts down. This is Jeremiah 10 and verse 23. And it says, oh Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. See what that says? And it says, oh Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. So you're not doing what you're doing. If you up here with me right now in this late hour, it's for a reason, man. It's for a reason. I didn't know why I did this lesson. The lesson just came to mind, really. We'll listen to the apostles and elders, but the lesson just came to mind, and the precepts fell where they needed to fall. So it's like, look, man, we're at the point where we need to be at. And it says, oh Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. O Lord, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger, lest thou bring me to nothing. So it's saying, look, we got to be unto Yahawah Shem Yahushua, and to know that, look, man, we don't want that judgment. We don't want to be caught up in the side of being, left out 2/3, or being, not cast away. We don't want that, man. We want Yahawah Shem Yahushua to find worthy to take us into that rest, man. Okay? And that rest right there is going to be a glorious rest. Glorious, man. All right, let's jump to Proverbs 20. This is Proverbs 20 and verse 24. This is Proverbs 20 in verse 24. It's like it. It's Proverbs 20 and verse 24. And it says, man's goings of the Lord, how can a man understand his own way? So how can you understand what you're doing, man? That's why it says the Yahawah is the great puppet master, man. You're being controlled and willed by the Lord to fulfill his goals and and what he wants, which is beautiful. Okay? So we're just gonna go through this next one. This is Psalms. Like I said, a lot of brothers know these scriptures, man, but I just wanted to bring them to part, man. This is Psalms 37 and 23. And please turn there with me, man. You know, this is Psalms 37 and verse 23. And it says, the steps of a good man are ordained by the Lord. So if you're good, what is good? If we follow the law, statutes, and commandments and believe upon Yahawah Shem Yahshai, as the scriptures have said. Okay, that's the good works. And it says what? A good man's steps are ordained by the Lord. So if we're consider ourselves good, everything that we do in life is ordained. We're already being moved by the Lord. It's not our steps. It didn't say the man's steps of his own self. No, they're of the Lord, man. You might think you're going out to a way far way, thinking you're doing your own thing, but you're really not. You're doing the steps. The Lord is moving you to that destination, man, which is beautiful. It says, and it says, the steps of a good man are ordained by the Lord, and that word there for ordained is established. The word there for ordained is established. So the steps of a good man is established by the Lord. Check that out. It says the steps of a good man are established or ordained by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. So everything that we're doing now is to delight Yahawah Shem Yahshai, man. We don't know why we're doing what we're doing, but it's to delight Yahawah Shem Yahshai, which is an honor, man. Because we weren't pleasing him in the world. We weren't doing anything to please the Lord in the world, man. We were being niggas. We were being all types of scoundrels and miscreants, you know? But we gotta admit that. What they saying, AA? You gotta admit that you're an addict before you can heal. Okay? You gotta admit that you're a bastard before you can move forward, man. And we always will be until the Lord seals us and makes us perfect. That's why we hope and pray for that, man. Okay? This is the book of this is Proverbs 16. Man, we've been jumping back and forth to Proverbs. I know, Hakim, I know. This is Proverbs 16. We're gonna still get it, man. This is Proverbs 16. This is Proverbs 16 and verse 9. And it says, a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. So everything that you're doing is being directed. So the man who devises, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. But the Lord's the one that makes what he wants to do happen, man. You know, that he makes you do what he wants you to do. That's bottom line fact, because Yahawah is the great puppet master, man. And who else would you want to be controlling the wheel besides Yahawah Shem Yahshai, man? You don't want nothing else? Nothing else ain't going to profit you, man. Nothing else is going to profit you at all. This is the last scripture, man. I'm going to close. I ain't checked the comment board, man. I've been, it's sort of sitting funny on the car, but, you know, if y'all can post the comment, man, we'll definitely get it in. This is Psalms 14. This is Psalms 14 and verse 3. And it says, they are all gone aside. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. All right. And it says, have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they do bread? Salakia. That's a good one too, but not relating. This is Psalms 114. I went to Psalms 14. Salakia, Salakia. This is Psalms 114 and verse 3. And it says, the sea saw it and fled. Jordan was driven back. The mountains skipped like rams, and the little hills like lambs. What ailed thee, O thou sea, that thou shouldest fleetest? Thou Jordan, that thou was driven back. Ye mountains, that ye skipped like rams, and ye little hills like lambs. Terrible thou earth. It says, tremble thou earth at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the power of Jacob, which turned the rock into sand, standing water, and flint into fountains of water. That's showing you, man, Yahawah Shem Yahshua is cold-blooded, man. That's what this David was saying. Look, thou hill, what happened to you? Who shook you up like this? What made you go out of, what made you do something that's not even in your category to do, man? That's how you got to look at the Lord, man. The Most High is cold-blooded, man. That's why we say, Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahushua, man. Because, hey, he said, what will you skip like lambs, man? And it's going to happen today. And we come into the day of the Lord's anger, man. The Lord's fierce anger. So I didn't want to make this long, man. I just wanted to give this out to you, brothers, man. So with that, I want to give all praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kwadash, Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kwadash. Shalom, Akim, keep faith. The water to Yakim that's on here, man. I'm gonna try to look at the chat. Joplin, what's up, baby? Yeah, Shalom. Hey, I gotta get some of these precepts, man. I gotta get them. Hold on. This is Isaiah 55 and 8. It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Exactly right, man. Exactly right. And it says, I know it was you, I know it was you. And it says, for my thoughts. Salaki, let me pull that back up. It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither your ways or my ways, saith the Lord. And that's exactly right, man. Nothing that you do is your own means, man. You know, own means. It's sort of late as hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the spirit, I was like, man, look, I gotta jump on here and do something, man. You know, I'm in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but we go finish out this last. Let me get this last. This is Psalms 34 and 19. And it says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth. It says, but the Lord delivereth him out of all of them. Out of them all. Exactly. Because, hey, man, it don't matter what you into, man. You're going to make it through. If you in the grace of Yahawah Shem Yahshua, man. So, hey, you know, I just want to put this together. This is a little last impromptu, you know, wilderness. We're going to call this slash wilderness. But, hey, we in here, man. Hey, so shalom to you, Akim. I want to give all praise unto Yahawah Shem Yahshua, Ba'ashem Rakar Kwadash, man. Shalom.